Nobody in the world gets attacked and vilified for trying to help more than Elon Musk. This week, the billionaire traveled all the way to Israel. He toured a kibbutz in the south, the site of unspeakable horrors committed by Hamas on October 7th. Elon Musk had no obligation to do this. It was simply to show support for the Israeli people and the government there at a time when support for Jews and Israel is slipping away, as Western liberals are finding pro-Palestine to be far trendier these days. Elon's visit was vilified immediately. Israeli newspaper Haaretz with this op-ed: Israel's repulsive embrace of Elon Musk is a cynical betrayal of Jews dead and alive. Very interesting way to describe a man offering his support, meaning his own personal money, to help rebuild Gaza after Hamas is completely destroyed. One of the richest people on the planet offering to help build a society for Palestinians that doesn't involve indoctrinating Arab children to murder Jews starting in grade school and then using them as human shields. Here was what Elon said.
I just did a talk with the Prime Minister, and I think obviously there are three things that need to happen in the Gaza situation. I mean, there's no choice but to kill those who insist on murdering civilians. There's no choice. They're not going to change their mind. And then the second thing is to change the education so that a new generation of murderers is not trained to be murderers. And then the third thing, which is also very important, is to try to build prosperity.
Sounds pretty sensible to me. Musk also offering his Starlink program to help aid agencies working inside Gaza, in addition to helping the Netanyahu government rebuild Gaza. How repulsive, screamed the Israeli media, at the one single person doing more to help in this situation than any other individual on the planet. Many crazies in Western media agreed.
When we see Elon Musk there and you're scratching your head and saying, but wait a minute, I thought that he was actually, has said very anti-Semitic things. It's precisely because these are not the same thing. You can support Israel and hate Jewish people. And that's the sad truth here.
They put that on MSNBC in this country, if you can believe it. This response because Elon Musk made the mistake just a couple weeks ago of speaking a very harsh truth about the Jewish left, a powerful coalition in the United States entirely resistant to self-reflection after October 7th and the rabid anti-Semitism that it spawned. Elon Musk has been labeled anti-Semitic for posts on his own site which point out a very obvious truth when you think about it, that left-wing Jews here in the West have become so lost in their progressive ideology that they've now aligned themselves with their enemies. The tweet that got Musk the most heat was when he replied, "You have said the actual truth," to a tweet that claimed Jewish communities have been pushing the exact kind of dialectical hatred against whites that they claim to want people to stop using against them. In layman's terms, hyper-progressive factions such as the Anti-Defamation League, safe and secure, operating here comfortably in the United States, have been spending most of their time manufacturing Western division, vilifying white people, vilifying the West in general as colonizers and oppressors. They do this in the absence of any real crisis in the West. But then a real crisis emerged on October 7th, and these factions are now enraged that this same ideology that they bred is being used to justify the atrocities that Hamas committed against the Israeli people. Elon's smack in the face, a harsh reality, labeled, of course, anti-Semitic by those who simply can't handle a harsh dose of the truth. They helped create a beast. The West now full of emboldened anti-Semitics. They are everywhere. Despicable people marching through our streets. They are unafraid. They are all over your college campuses. But the Progressive Jewish Coalition has a lot of power. Rather than cool it with the nonsense, maybe, it's much easier to just paint Elon as anti-Semitic, and they have done that quite well.
Elon Musk faces backlash after endorsing an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory.
Elon Musk publicly agreeing with the neo-Nazi, viciously anti-Semitic Great Replacement conspiracy theory. And he did so in such a galling and shameful manner.
Elon Musk's post was absolute abhorrence. His saying that this blatantly anti-Semitic comment was, quote, the actual truth is sickening and chilling.
Denying Dick there. This is costing him a fortune, by the way. It's everywhere. People are pulling ads from his site, and this is becoming a pattern for Elon Musk. Recall that when Russia invaded Ukraine, Elon again did more than any other individual on this planet to help. Elon Musk alone gave the Ukrainian military and the people of Ukraine internet access via Starlink, saving countless lives and helping save Ukraine's military from a swift defeat by the much more powerful Russian army. But then Elon spoke some truth that hit a little too hard, offering a plan that nobody seemed to like, a Ukraine-Russia peace offering. Redo elections of annexed regions under UN supervision. Russia leaves if that is truly the will of the people. Crimea, formerly part of Russia, as it has been since 1783, water supply to Crimea assured. Ukraine remains neutral, does not go to NATO. Elon Musk offering this idea about a year ago, an idea which is actually becoming more mainstream today. They were just talking about it on MSNBC a couple weeks ago. But at the time, when he first said it, it got him labeled as a Russia sympathizer. Even Zelensky replied to it. Which Elon Musk do you like more? One who supports Ukraine, one who supports Russia? This is what happens when you say something pragmatic that's outside the acceptable narrative. No matter how much you're helping, the machine can turn on you in an instant. Elon Musk is now an anti-Semitic Russian stooge who is actively supporting Israel and Ukraine with his own money more than anybody else in the world. Try to figure that one out.